I'm 30 years old. I'm turning 31 this year. But I still feel young. I feel young because I still don't know much about anything. I imagine this is how people who are 60 feel. I mean, there are people who are much older than me who know way less than I know. So I imagine that's how they feel. So really there are no real grown-ups because we don't really get to figure out what is going on. It's not like if you live longer, you start to learn things that kids cannot learn. It's like we all oblivious. We all don't know what's really going on. And that's sad. Looking at how we live our lives. It's sad because we don't even treat each other well enough as people. You know, like we don't really love each other like that. The reason I told you that I'm actually 30 is because since I was young, I've never really felt loved. I'm 30 years old and I still do not feel like I've been truly loved. And I'm not talking about being loved by a woman, you know, just being loved in general. I always felt like people who loved me because they needed me. Like there's something that they needed. Like you love someone because there's something that you need from them. But when they don't, but when you don't need anything from them, you stop loving them, you stop caring about them. It's like as humans, we use one another. Like we never truly love one another, we just use one another. That is why even people who are really attractive feel lonely sometimes. They feel lonely because they know that they are loved for their attractiveness. Like, oh, if something happens and I become unattractive, then I won't be loved anymore. People who have money know that they are loved for the money that they have. If they can lose their money, then they won't be loved anymore. You know when you are really at the bottom that people do not love one another. Because when you are at the bottom and people don't need you, they really do treat you like shit. You see their true colors because they don't have to pretend. They don't have to pretend to like you. Because you have nothing to offer, you have nothing that they need. So why should they pretend to like you? So they just show you their true colors. That, hey, this is who I am. I'm selfish. I don't care about other people. I only care about myself and what I need. And that's it. I don't care about other people. I've never felt truly loved. I felt needed. I felt like people were there when they needed me. Or when they needed something from me. And this is sad. This is really sad. And it's one of the biggest reasons why we work hard in this world. Like, why people work hard. Why they try to make money. They want to be loved. They want people that they know they can trust in their lives. People that they know if they lost everything will still be there. Because they care about them. But we don't really have such people. Now we live in a world where when things become worse for you, people start distancing themselves. You see, people will start to distance themselves when you need them the most. When you don't need them, they're not gonna distance themselves. You know why? When you don't need them, they won't distance themselves, because when you have the things that you want, you don't need people. You are doing well. So they need you. So they're gonna be there. But only because they need you, not because they care about you. We are not loved for who we are as people. We don't care to know people for who they are. Who are you? Why do you feel the way that you feel? What do you think about this? How do you think we make this world a better place for everyone? We're not like that. As a man, you know, if you don't have money, these women are not even going to look at you twice. They will even disrespect you, you know. You approach a girl and she sees that you broke. She looks at your shoes and like, what the fuck is this nigga wearing? Like, oh, it doesn't have a car, that's why his shoes are dirty. Don't talk to me. We live in a world where people are truly mean. And we don't really talk about how mean people are because we're kind of used to that. But that's really the biggest reason why people feel empty. It's because we are mean. We don't love one another. We don't care about one another. Human beings actually hate one another. Human beings are misanthropic. If I made a video talking about why I hate people, people would just look at me like, what? As if they don't hate people. Like, no, people hate other people. People hate other people. That is why the world is the way that it is today. Human beings are actually intelligent enough to create a world where there's peace, where there's equality, where people are given equal opportunities. You know, the world that actually works. Human beings are capable of creating that kind of world. You want to know why they are not creating that kind of world? Because they hate one another. That's why. They don't love one another. We're not treating each other well because we don't love one another. Have you realized that almost every person you know gossip about innocent people? You see that there's jealousy, there's envy, there's hatred. You know, a person gossiping about their friends, person gossiping about their brothers, their sisters. Like, there's hatred. There's resentment. You see that there is no love here. I know people who have nothing good to say about their siblings. I know people who have nothing good to say about their friends. And you see them with their friends every day, but they have nothing good to say about them. When they talk to you about their friends, you're like, what the fuck? Like, I thought you guys were friends. And when their friends die, because they will have to speak in their funerals. They'll speak as if they loved them, like, or even cry, you know. But you're like, you gossiped about this person a lot. You complain about this person a lot. Now you're crying in front of people because you're holding a mic and everyone is looking at you. You're pretending. And I've always wondered why people cry at funerals. I don't cry. Like, I don't like. I'm never gonna cry at a funeral. Like, you just trying to like make people think that you hurt, cause I don't even know. Like, people want other people to feel sorry for them or something. That's why we have lots of victims. That's why Justice Smollett, acted like he got attacked by some people because he's gay. Well, that didn't even happen at all. You know what I mean? Like, we love being victims. I'm a victim. I'm hurt. You know what I mean? How can you love that about humans? That's weakness. That's stupid. That's unlovable. Humans don't care about one another. They pretend. They want to look good. So yes, they're gonna act as if they love one another. Not necessarily act, but they're gonna say that they love one another. I remember I saw a comment from one of my videos where I was talking about the black pill stuff. Someone said, and I thought it was very, like, the comment was very true. Someone said, listen, it doesn't matter what women say, right? What matters is what they do. That's how you know if they love you. That's it. Like, if a person loves you, you're gonna know that they love you based on what they do. They can say whatever. Like, people can say whatever they want to say, but look at how they treat you. That's how you know that they love you. A woman can make promises. A woman can say she loves you, always asking money from you, but she's never like really there for you. Like, you know what I mean? You can see her actions, and you know, okay, she ain't down with me. That's how people are in general. If they love you, they will show it. They won't even say it. You just know. I mean, they might say it, but I mean, focus more on what they do. The way that we treat each other shows lack of love. No matter what we are saying, yes, we are saying that we love one another as humans, but we don't. We just want to look good. You see, we're very selfish. We want to look good. It's about us. Everything is about us. I want to look good. I want other people to think that I'm a good person because I'm a loving person, because I care about other people. But my actions say otherwise, I do not act like I love other people. I mean, I can act like I love other people sometimes, but my actions, when no one is looking, prove otherwise. I don't help people. I don't help people who really need help. I don't help people who I know I will not benefit from. You see? All relationships in this world are transactional. People won't just like decide that they want to help you for no reason. What have you done to deserve that help? Or what will they benefit if they help you? Nothing. So why will they help you? They would rather help a homeless dog. Oh, this dog is homeless. Let me adopt it. And why do we even have homeless people if we care about one another as people? We have billionaires. You know what I mean? Like, 1 billionaire can actually help every homeless person in America. You do know that, like, if they really wanted to help homeless people, they will be able to help homeless people for real. Get them whatever they need to get back on their feet. That's not hard. But what are we working on as people? What are we focusing on? Ain't we focusing on ourselves? Ain't we focusing on becoming more and more powerful because we are empty? Well, we are not happy no matter what. So we're like, let me focus on achieving a lot of things. Oh yeah, I've achieved this, but I still feel empty. So let me try to achieve more. Maybe I'll feel better. You see, we're all looking out for ourselves. It's a crazy world that we live in. Brutal world. No one's feeling sorry for anyone. Everything that you've been told is a lie. People will lie to you. People will make you believe what they want you to believe in order to look good. You see, the truth is that we're in a concrete jungle. Nothing is easy here, and no one is coming to save you. That is the fucking truth. You see, that is why people like me have decided that yeah, there's no way that I'm gonna bring anyone else here. I got it. Like I've learned. You know what I mean? What else do I need to see to realize that something is off? What else do I need to see? I've seen enough. I get it now. I fully understand that, okay, life is like this. And I know that it will be wrong to bring someone here, right? Like it's obvious to me because I'm intellectually honest, and I've always been intellectually honest. So I should trust myself. I cannot trust other people because, hey, people lie, and I don't know why they think the way that they think. It is what it is. All I know is that I'm right, and I'm 100% like, there are some things that I say that I might not really be 100% sure about, but what I'm telling you now, I'm 100% sure that I'm actually right. 100%, like 1,000% sure, In fact, I know that I'm right. Human beings don't really love one another. And they weren't even meant to, We're just meant to just figure out how to survive. Man, as a man, you're supposed to realize that, oh yeah, if I get the most beautiful woman, that's gonna get me a lot of respect. Oh, and my kids, my kids are gonna be beautiful, and that will mean that their lives are going to be easy. It's gonna be easy for them to become successful. And yes, if you are attractive, things will be a bit easier for you unless you make too many stupid mistakes, But like I've told you before, that it's not only looks that make people attractive, especially men, actually. Let me put it that way. It's not only looks that make men attractive. That's something that you must get. It's not only height that makes, like, oh, if I'm not 6 foot, whatever, I'm not going to be attractive. But like, no, man, it's like, I don't know how to make a person that doesn't get this get it. It's not just, look at Charles Manson. Charles Manson was a fucking midget, bro. You think people didn't need something from Manson to actually care about him? There was something about him. He was charismatic, so people were drawn to him. He was a fucking midget. Every person that knows Charles Manson will say that dude was fucking short, like 5'1", 5'2", It's fucking midget, bro. But I remember I was watching this other video of this guy that say he saw Charles Manson in prison. He was like, Charles Manson was getting more visits than everyone else. From women, everyone. People are giving him money. You know what I mean? There are lots. You might say, "Oh, it's fame. It's fame." No, there've been lots of famous psychopaths that are in prison that never, got visit. But people will love you if there's something to gain. There must be something that they see in you, something that they're going to benefit. If they love you, they're not just going to love you because you are in a bad situation. If you are really in a bad situation, chances are no one is going to love you. No one is going to feel like you are worth it, People will just pretend to feel sorry for you, like, hey, I see what you're going through. You know, I see how bad your situation is. But hey, what can I say? What can I do? You know what I mean? How many people are broken in our society? There's nothing that hurt people more than not feeling loved. Feeling loved can actually heal you. You feel broken? Trust me, if you felt like people loved you for real, that will actually heal you. You know, but you know, people are broken, they feel alone. They feel alone, like no one cares about me, no one loves me, I don't know what to do. And what happens is that they become more and more and more attractive and unattractive, I mean. Because they become more depressed, feel more alone, they become more anxious, they stop believing, you know, they stop being positive, they stop being optimistic. But it's not their fault. The more honest you are with yourself, the more you realize that, hey, we don't love one another as people. You know, sometimes it needs real honesty for people to really understand how things work in the world. I mean, I think deep down, we all know the truth. Deep down, we all know the truth. But we love these beautiful lies that we've told ourselves, and we love people who try to make us believe in these beautiful lies. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it doesn't matter where you come from, you know, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter how you look, it doesn't matter the color of, no, everything matters, you know? There isn't anything that doesn't matter. Even luck matters. Some people are just lucky that happens, like the right things happen at the right time, and you know, that puts you on top and things start to work out for you. But hey, we don't love one another as people, man. Look at the wars. Poverty. People are broke, you know, they don't know what to do. Unemployment, all this, like, it shows that we're all looking out for ourselves, yeah. You're not looking out for your friend, like, hey, I have a friend who is homeless, you know, maybe if, you know what I mean, maybe if I can do this, I can help that person, you know. Oh, I know a person who has cancer and they don't have money, you know, and I got some money, let me help that person. No, we don't help one another. Jay-Z couldn't even help his cousin. I think his cousin wanted to borrow like $5,000 from him. And Jay-Z was like, that's not how it works. You know, his cousin said, I want to start a business, blah, 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 blah. Nigga couldn't even help his cousin, even though he's worth billions. You see, we're fucking selfish. No one is looking out for you here. If things become worse for you, you end up homeless, you fucked. Because no one is going to, you know, help you. No one is going to come and like, yo, what happened, man? I mean, that does happen sometimes. Some YouTuber will approach a homeless person, but most of that shit is fake anyway. But you know, some of it is just about content. Like, we just don't give a fuck about one another as people, man. Let's admit that to ourselves. We don't give a fuck about one another as people. And that's the reason why the world is the way that it is today. If we did give a fuck about one another as people, the world wouldn't be the way that it is today. We will care about people who are doing bad. You know, we will care about people who are in fucked up situations. We would want to help them. We would want to give them a fair chance. You know, we wouldn't just look at them and just laugh at them. You know, some people will laugh at you if you're not doing well in life. We'll feel compassion for people who are doing bad and want to help them. That's how we will be. Because no matter how much we preach about love, it doesn't really change anything. We say, oh, we must love one another, and that's what's gonna help us. No, we're not like that. We don't love one another. So even if there are people who are preaching love and light, it doesn't really change anything, because even those people don't love other people. Everyone is misanthropic. That's the thing. Humans hate humans. You see the problem? Humans hate other humans. That is why the more conscious you become, the more you want to be alone. You're done with the bullshit. You just want to be alone. Like, hey, fuck society, man. I just want to be alone. Is that not possible? Do I always gotta go out there and deal with people? I just want to be alone. I just want to be by myself, because I can't deal with people right now. People suck, and they do suck. No, it's not like you'll be lying to yourself. It's not like you're feeling like that because you are depressed. No, it's the truth. The more honest you are with yourselves, the more you realize that, all the things that I'm telling you are true, but you need to be intellectually honest. Some people are not honest, Some people want things to be so good, so much that they actually lie to themselves. Like, things, things are, they're not that bad, blah, blah. Hey, things are that bad, man. People are just resilient, People are just resilient, and they've been told the wrong things about life, so they're optimistic because of the wrong things that they've been told, given false religions, all this. Like, things are so fucking messed up that, this is nonsense. This is nonsense. Like, we're not real. Like, people are not living the way that they need to be living, They're not living lives of honesty, lives that are inspired by truth, It's lies that inspire people, It's scary when you think about it. And that is why a lot of people who are real can't really, cope. They can't cope because they see how fake everything is. They're able to see through the bullshit, and they care about the truth, and they realize that, well, the truth is that we are fucked. You see the problem? They know that the truth is that we are fucked. The truth is that this world isn't working. Yes, we are alive, but that doesn't mean that we are enjoying the experience. It doesn't mean that things are good. There are people who are in prison that are alive. Slaves were working like crazy because they were alive. That didn't mean that they were enjoying. No, they were just alive, Just like 50 Cent said, someone asked him to say one thing positive about Ja Rule, and he said, he's alive. As if that's a positive thing. Just because we're alive, it doesn't mean that our lives are actually working. It doesn't mean that we're enjoying our lives. It doesn't mean that things are getting better. It doesn't mean that what we're doing is going to result in something that is actually good. No. We suck. We really do suck. When you look at the root of everything that we do, you realize that we really do suck. When you look at what's behind the actions that we take, you realize that we really do fucking suck. We are very, Look, we lie, man. That's the thing. We lie. We pretend. You know what I mean? We like to make ourselves look good in front of other people. That is why we try to make people like. That's why. Listen, we try our best to hide things that are bad about us, don't we? How many people have you met in your life that weren't afraid to actually show you their true colors? Like, hey, this is who I am. Like, it's like everyone has something to hide. Let me tell you a secret. If, and this is super important, if you knew all the bad things that the people that you admire have done, you would hate everyone. No, some people seem like they're perfect, right? But if you knew what was in their hearts, if you knew some of the worst shit that they've done, you like, what the fuck? Like, you have no hope anymore. And this reminds me of an episode from South Park where, you know, it was Jesus got exposed. Like, oh, Jesus was high when they nailed him on the cross. He's high. So people stopped believing in him. They felt like there was no hope, you know. Removing the what will Jesus do ban, you know. Only Stan didn't remove it because it just didn't care, realized it didn't really matter. And then they started believing in Stan. And then later it was discovered that no, actually did remove it and put it back. So they stopped believing in it. So it's like the people that you worship, you're only worshiping them because you think they're perfect, but they're not. You know, no one is perfect. Everyone is fucked up. That is the fucking truth. It's just that some people are very good at hiding their fucked upness. So you think, oh, these people. The truth is, you hate everyone. That is the truth. If you were to know the truth about everyone, you'd actually hate everyone for real. You're like, I didn't know that TD Jakes was whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It's you hate everyone. That's the thing. You just don't know their secrets because everyone is trying to make themselves look good in front of other people. You know, because the truth is not attractive. I want y'all to get that. It's not like the truth is attractive. We do not live in a world where the truth is actually beautiful. We do not live in a world that is good, but that seems bad. We live in a world that is bad, but that seems good. Until you try to dig deeper and realize that, oh shit, there's a lot of shit that's happening that is really fucked up. You know, a lot of shit that's happening that shouldn't be happening. A lot of shit that's happening that we shouldn't even be tolerating. You see? You are in this crazy world where people do not give a fuck about one another, where people are trying to hide the real truth from other people. You know, things are too messed up, man. So you must really understand that what you believe about the world isn't really the truth. It's just what seems to be the truth. Because you see, there's no incentive for like speaking the truth. It's not like there's something that you get. You know what I mean? You don't really get anything for speaking the truth. You suffer for speaking the truth. You suffer for showing your true colors, for showing your true intentions. Who are you? What do you want? Even as a man, if you approach a woman, you don't just approach a lady and be like, yo, man, listen, I just want sex. Women will be like, oh, if you want sex, just say you want sex. Like, you know that shit won't work. Unless maybe a guy is extremely attractive and she knows that at least she's going to have some crazy orgasms, you know, because she's not going to just give you pussy because, you know what I mean, like, she got to have something to benefit in the end. So if she thinks she's going to get crazy orgasms, yeah, she's going to give you sex. But what you must realize is that you can't be that straightforward and really talk about what, even when you go for a job interview, you have to lie, right? Just say, oh well, I'm here because I want money, man. I don't give a fuck about your company. I don't even want to work. I'm not motivated to work. I'd prefer being at home doing nothing, but I want money, and I live in a world where I gotta pay to survive. So what can I do? I gotta get employment. You see, the truth is wicked. That's the thing. The truth is always wicked. There's no beautiful truth in this world. There are beautiful lies. You want people to love you, just tell them beautiful lies. Just find a way to convince them that, hey, things are not as bad as they seem. That's when they'll love you. And because there aren't that many people that are real enough. There ain't that many people that were challenged by life. Because life can challenge you so much that you actually sit down and question, like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Some people were protected from certain truth so much that now they just can't really see things as they really are, because when they were young they were protected from certain truth. It's usually people that suffered a lot when they were kids that actually get to wake up in the end, because they got to see reality when they were young. They didn't have to lie to themselves. But those that were protected from the truth, it's hard for them to actually wake up, because they still want to believe that what they believed when they were little kids is the truth. And maybe there's no reason for them to wake up. It's not going to benefit them. So their own brains are going to make them believe things that are going to keep them safe. I mean, believing that the world is fucked might not help them. They've always believed that the world is good, life is good, there is God, and He cares about His creation. All you need to do is believe in Him, stop doing horrible things, love one another, blah blah blah. Like, that's what's gonna work. As if the being that created this wants us to love one another. Why? Think about it, man. You can say that we all were created to be selfish. You cannot love one another because we don't have love. You see? He would have installed love in us if He wanted us to love one another. We don't have love, so people don't love one another. They just need one another, and they feel these positive emotions, and they call it love. You see, you meet a person, as a woman, you meet a guy with money, and you feel all this positive emotion. You want money. You meet a handsome guy, you feel all this positive emotion. No, you just want a good dick. You see? That's the thing. You love those that you need. So it isn't really love, because when you stop needing them, you stop loving them. You see? And usually when you stop needing them, that's the time that they actually need you. We all been in the situation where someone that we truly loved left us when we truly needed them. That shit sucks, man. You feel like you're staring the devil in the eyes at the time. Like you came face to face with the devil. Like you and the devil are staring each other in the eyes when that shit happens. Like a person that you really love, you need them, you really need them, and they leave and they don't give a fuck about you, and they're saying horrible things about you. You try to talk to them and they tell you, you're not good enough, you're not a real man, I'm gonna be with a real, you know what I mean? That shit is traumatizing, bro. You know what the fuck? This shit is a fucking joke. It's like the universe was trying to put you in a situation where it can hurt you. Like, well, fuck all of that. It's all good. But yo, we don't love one another as people. And I'm not saying this as if I love other people. I know I'm a piece of shit too. I actually, this was funny. I actually wanted to talk about how it's actually impossible for me to fall in love. That's what I wanted to talk about today. I don't know how I ended up just talking about how other people hate, yeah, how people in general hate each other like that. That wasn't the topic that I wanted to talk about. I actually wanted to talk about how when I was young I used to like fall in love very easily. I used to love other people, and now I don't. When I meet a girl and say that I want to be in a relationship with her, it's not because I feel love for it. There's like that thing is dead completely. Like, it's not love, right? Like, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. But it used to exist, but it just kept on dying. You see, the older I grew, like when you were young, you used to love, right? That's why you loved your first love, right? You felt it. I mean, it wasn't really love like that, but I mean, it kind of like you were naive. You weren't able to realize how horrible we are as people. So you kind of felt like you just felt like, hey, you know, what I need, this person can, it is exactly what I need. You know, this person is cool, this person is nice, this person is kind, and then you learn that, hey, people are not like that. People are not kind. People don't give a fuck about one another. People won't be there for you when you really need them. You learn, and you get to a point where you're like, hey, shit, it's like I'm alone here. It's like I can't rely on anyone. It's like the only person I can rely on is myself. Because every time when I relied on others, they let me down. Every time I loved people, they let me down. Every time I trusted people, they let me down. It's like, hey, this is reality. Like, this is it. This is how we are as people. So what's there to love? What's there to need? Because what I want from other people, they cannot provide. They cannot be there when I really need them. And I want people who will be there when I really... So, you know what I mean? So you stop loving. So this is what I wanted to talk about. You know, the love that I used to feel is dead. It wasn't even real, but at least it was something like love. Something that, you know, I convinced myself was love, but it still wasn't love. You know, to love something, you must love it for just being, for simply just existing. Like, hey, it doesn't have to give you anything. You just love it. You don't want it to hurt. I mean, think about it, man. Have you ever not got your heart so broken that you would want bad things to happen to the person that broke your heart? So how can you say that you love that person? I know motherfuckers that kill their girlfriends and kill themselves. Is that love? Really? It's a fucking mental illness. That's what it is. It's not love. It's addiction. You get addicted to people and you can't live without them. Because you've convinced yourself that they matter too much. But, you know, after healing, you realize that they weren't shit. You just convince yourself that, you know, they were really that important. What we feel isn't love. I don't think love exists in this realm. It can't exist. We're trying to survive. Life is cruel, is the thing. I remember I came across a video of a lion getting attacked by two young lions. It used to be a king, right? It had a pride. It was the king, but it got old and it got attacked. They killed it. They don't give a fuck. That's how life works. There's no love. It's just survival. If you stop doing good as a man, your woman gonna leave. Like, oh, you don't love me anymore. I used to do this, I used to do that for you. You remember I bought you this, I bought you that, I sacrificed this for you, blah, blah, blah. But now you don't love me. And, you need to know the truth. You need to know the truth and stop convincing yourself lies. That is why some of y'all kill yourselves when your relationships end, you know. You don't know the truth. You just enjoy, this shit that you call love, while it lasts. Know that it's gonna end one day unless you guys decide to kind of like stick together and whatever. Unless you guys need each other forever, that can happen, or you just lie to one another forever, or you just believe in the same religion, and no matter how you feel, you. I remember I came across a video of this girl. She's a Christian. She was talking about masturbation. He's like, yo, I used to feel like masturbating. I used to feel like watching porn, The devil always tempt. Like, no, it's not the devil. You're just fucking in denial. Human beings love sex. So that's how, so some people who are married just lie to themselves, because of what they believe, their religious beliefs. Like, I shouldn't be feeling like this about my husband. I know that the love is in there, but it's the devil that's making the love to go out. You know what I mean? Nah, it's not the devil. You're just a fucking human. You're just a human animal. Human animals are just like that. They're trying to survive. It's not the devil. The truth is always brutal, man. That is why people hate the truth. That's why they say you can't handle the truth. You want the truth. You think you want the truth, but you can't handle the truth. You can't. Most of y'all can't handle the truth. You too. I don't want to say weak, but I mean, yeah. Life isn't like put you in situations that made you strong enough to be able to handle the truth. Some people have been through so much that the truth is nothing to them. Like they've already been through hell, And this other rapper said, "I'm from the bottom, so in comparison, I can't acknowledge anything I'm facing today is a real problem." It's like, yeah, I've seen a lot, so I can't really say what I'm facing today is a real problem. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit, so when fucked up shit happens, I'm used to it. Like, how do you expect me to feel? I'm already used to this shit. But some people ain't used to feeling uncomfortable because they've never really felt uncomfortable. Life has protected them from certain truth. So you tell them the truth and it makes them feel uncomfortable. They start to hate you because they don't know how to feel about the truth, you see? Remember, life is not showing us the same things. Some people are shown deeper truth. They get to see what the fuck is going on. Some of y'all are protected from deeper truth. You just see what's happening on the surface. You judge, you judge a lot. You see someone doing drugs, you judge. Oh, you're gonna go to hell. God doesn't want people. Yeah, it's just a fucking basic human, bro. It's nothing. I don't even know how to like describe you. It's just a human animal. Some humans are able to say, "Oh yeah, you're doing drugs because you've been through a lot in your lives. Your mom, your dad divorced your mom, remarried, and your stepmom abused you in all kinds of ways, chased you from home. You became very depressed, lived in the street, and then you started doing this." Like someone else can understand that and have some compassion, but some fucking NPC human won't understand that shit. Just be like, "Oh, God hates people who do drugs," without really understanding what that person has been through to actually be in that fucking situation. Some people cannot understand deeper truth, man. What's sad is that they think they do. The thing is, you believe that you've reached the limit of your thinking, because you are not able to see how other people think. Like you're not able to think like other people. You're like, me when I was like young, before I realized that my eyes, like I had a bad eyesight. I used to think that I was just like, my eyesight was good, like I was just like everyone else. So sometimes people will say, "Oh, I'm seeing a pigeon." I'll be like, "No, that's not a pigeon. That's 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 an owl." Like, no, there's a pigeon. That's clearly a pigeon. No, that's an owl. Because I didn't know how bad my eyesight was. But now that I know my eyesight is bad, when people tell me that what they're seeing and I can't really see what they're seeing, I'm not gonna debate with them because I know, okay, my eyesight is garbage. So of course I can't really. Chances are I'm wrong, you know. So you don't know how conscious some people are. You just think that everyone is like you know. Everyone is like you. Like you, there isn't a person that's more conscious than you are. The truth is, there are people who are more conscious than you could ever be. Like you in this lifetime you'll never reach that level of consciousness, no matter what. Like it's just completely impossible. There are some people who really understand things that you can never ever understand. We're not the same, bro. We're never fixing this world because we lack the only thing that will actually help us fix this world, and that is love. It doesn't exist in this realm. We're not meant to feel it. Maybe we can experience real life in other realms, but this whatever we experience here isn't love. It's not even close to love. It's just us needing one another, recognizing what we need from one another, and that's it. And we call it love, you know. Men need women, so they like, hey, I love women. That do you mean you love them? You don't love anyone other than yourself, and we won't be truly sure that you love yourself. It's possible that, well, you just found yourself in this prison, and yeah, what can you do? You find yourself in this prison, and your body itself is a prison. You're trying to feed it, you're trying to get it what it wants, you know. But you don't love yourself. You know, there's a chance that you don't even love yourself. Just in a prison. So if we stop bullshitting ourselves, we'll really understand how we are as people, you know. Because, hey, we'd like to bullshit ourselves, man. People lying to their partners. Oh, I love you so much. I can't live without you. I love you more than life itself. Really? Then the next thing, you break up with that person when they need you. What happened? You stopped loving that person? Or you never really loved that person, you just needed them? I mean, if we really loved one another as people, a breakup would be like a mystery, you know. It would be like something that just happens once in 100 years. It would be like, whoa, people break up? I didn't know that was even possible. How? You know, it would be like a mystery, it would be like a myth. So people will debate on whether breakups do happen or not. Like there would be actual debates, because people would have not never seen that shit happen. But now people break up a lot. Breakups are normal. I mean, people break up every day. If you are in a relationship, you are afraid that the person that you're in a relationship with is gonna leave. Before the end of the year, before the end of the month, or the person is already cheating on you. So they're already planning to leave your ass. It's normal. Like, in fact, when people do not break up, we wonder what the fuck. Like when people go for like 10 years, you're like, what? How did you do that? We didn't know that was like really possible. 10 years with the same person? Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, but we lie to ourselves. Love exists. No, it doesn't. Not in this realm. In this realm, we are just trying to survive. We're trying to use one another, and we have to lie to one another, and we have to lie to ourselves too. See, we need something from someone. We have to lie to ourselves and say, I love that person. Oh, I love the person. I never met anyone like that person. Like, yo, bro, that girl, I really love her, man. No, you don't. You just need her. You're going to stop needing her, and you're going to realize that you don't give a fuck about her. You might actually leave her in a worse situations that she's ever been, like in a much worse situation than she was when she met you. Leave her pregnant with 2 kids, and you don't even take care of those kids. And that's someone that you thought you loved. So I'm telling you, this shit is not real, bro. People just lie to themselves. That's what we like to do. It's like, how else would we be able to justify this if we did not lie to ourselves? How else would we be able to justify bringing innocent people into this realm if we did not lie to ourselves? There was no other way to justify this, so we had to lie to ourselves. And that's how we are able to justify this, make it look good, even though it isn't, not even close. Some people do ask me how to find love. How do I find love? And sometimes I don't even know how to tell them. Like, hey, just get out there and start approaching, especially guys, because they're the ones that be asking. But the truth is, it doesn't exist. What you should be looking for isn't really love. It's just something that can work. Figure out what you have to offer, and figure out who needs what you have. And so you're gonna have a good relationship with that person, because relationships are transactional. No one is gonna love you if you have nothing to offer. That's why we all know that if Jay-Z worked at McDonald's, Beyonce wouldn't be with the nigga. She wouldn't even look at that nigga twice, because he would have nothing to offer her. But right now it seems like they're soulmates, right? But we all know she wouldn't be with the nigga. And it's not because of his looks. People saying Jay-Z's ugly and all that shit. No, the dude is cool. He got swag. He's nice. He's smooth. Even if he was a handsome guy, if he worked at McDonald's, the relationship wouldn't, like, really. I mean, yeah, there's a chance that a woman who has money can date a guy who's broke. That ain't happen if the guy is really that handsome. That's happened, but still, it's kind of relationships usually don't last, and it's not women that are really attractive that usually date these kind of guys. But yeah, it does happen sometimes. That's why The black pill guys say, oh, it's about it's all about looks. It's all about looks. It's because they've seen that shit happen. All I'm offering is the truth. Thank you all guys.